The system was never meant for you to win. Everyone wants to be rich, but almost nobody wants to hear the truth about how people actually get rich. This is not a motivational speech. This is not a fairy tale. This is the uncomfortable version. Because wealth is not created by luck. It is created by patterns, psychology, and uncomfortable decisions most people are too afraid to make. Let's start with the first lie. The lie is that hard work alone makes you rich. Hard work makes you tired. Hard work makes you obedient. Hard work keeps the system running. Look around. The richest people you know are rarely the ones working the hardest physically. They are the ones who understood leverage of time, people, systems, fear, and psychology. Money is not earned. Money is attracted. And it's attracted to people who think differently. The first secret no one tells you. Most people don't actually want to be rich. They want to feel safe. Safety is the enemy of wealth. Safety keeps you in a job you hate. Safety keeps you quiet when you should negotiate. Safety keeps you scrolling instead of building. We are trained from childhood to obey systems that reward obedience, not independence. School rewards memorization, not curiosity. Jobs reward compliance, not creativity. Society rewards silence, not risk. So the first step to wealth is psychological violence, breaking the mental cage that tells you to stay small. Rich people think in probabilities. Poor people think in certainties. A poor mindset asks, what if this fails? A wealthy mindset asks, what if this works better than I imagined? Now here's the part nobody likes to hear. Morality and money are not best friends. The world is not fair. Hard work does not guarantee success. Talent does not guarantee recognition. Leverage does. Leverage can be money, influence, information, audience, or systems. That's why influencers make millions while surgeons burn out. That's why a single tweet can be worth more than 10 years of labor. Attention is the new currency. If you control attention, you can sell anything. A product, a belief, a fear, a dream. This is why controversy works. This is why fear spreads faster than truth. This is why outrage goes viral. People don't share facts. They share emotion. Fear, anger, hope, desire. That's why the smartest creators don't chase virality, they engineer it. They understand psychology, curiosity gaps, pattern interruptions, identity triggers, tribal thinking. They know how to make someone think. I need to see how this ends. Now let's talk about the dark side. Yes, manipulation exists. Yes, people exploit fear, insecurity, loneliness, and ego. And pretending it doesn't happen only makes you a victim of it. You don't beat manipulation by being pure. You beat it by understanding how it works. You learn persuasion not to deceive but to protect yourself and to influence ethically. Money flows toward clarity, confidence, and certainty. Confusion repels it. That's why people who speak clearly, even if they're wrong, often outperform people who are right but unsure. Confidence sells. Certainty converts. Clarity attracts. Here's another truth no one likes. Most people are addicted to comfort. They don't want freedom. They want familiarity. Freedom requires responsibility. Responsibility requires discipline. Discipline requires sacrifice. And sacrifice is uncomfortable. So instead, they scroll. They complain. They wait. Meanwhile, others build. They build audiences. They build skills. They build systems that work while they sleep. They fail publicly. They learn fast. They iterate without shame. They understand one key thing. Money flows toward value, not effort. If you solve expensive problems for many people, money follows. If you solve small problems for yourself, it doesn't. This is why attention, storytelling, and positioning matter more than credentials. The richest people don't sell products. They sell outcomes. They don't say, buy this. They say, become this. And here's the final uncomfortable truth. You already know what to do. You just don't want to admit what it will cost. It will cost comfort. It will cost approval. It will cost your old identity. But the moment you stop trying to be liked, you start becoming powerful. And the moment you stop chasing money, money starts chasing you. Not because of luck, not because of fate, but because you finally learned how the game is actually played. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.